Hello. In this video, we're going to talk about the Gateway Property Emails program, part of the IMS 2.0. The Gateway Property Email program allows you to stay in front of your clients via email with newly listed properties that match the prospect's requirements in a home. Example, the prospect tells you they want a 5-bedroom home in Greenwood, price between $600 and $700. You set up a new Gateway campaign with those requirements. There's going to be a separate video that will walk you through how to set up one of these Gateway campaigns. Each day, the program will check and see if any new properties have been listed that match the prospect's requirements. If so, if the system finds newly listed properties that match the criteria that you entered into the Gateway campaign for this client, it'll send them an email with that newly listed property. It'll also include your name, your signature, your photo if you have one. It's a nicely formatted email. Here's an example of how it works. Let's say there's 10 existing properties on the market that match the criteria of this particular client. 2 new listings come on the market that match the criteria that you've set up for this client in your Gateway campaign. Those are the 2 listings that will be included in the email to your client, these newly listed properties. Gateway is newly listed properties and Suggest is any properties. Talk about the differences of those 2 in just a second. There are 2 ways that Gateway campaigns get set up for a prospect. The first are agent-created Gateway campaigns. This should only happen when you have spoken to the prospect about their preferences and the lead has explicitly told you what their preferences are in a new home via email or text. You are responsible to periodically adjust the campaign criteria based on the prospect's desires. The system will not do it for you automatically. So for example, you set a campaign up, the client's looking on the north side of Indianapolis between $200,000 and $300,000. 6 months from now you call them and they hit the lottery and now they want to up that Gateway campaign or those properties to $5 to $10 million range. You need to go in and modify that campaign, or we're going to keep sending out new $200,000 to $300,000 properties to this client. So you're responsible to update those campaigns. The next way a Gateway campaign gets set up is the system will set it up for you. It works very much, we use the buyer profile that we have for the client. We've talked about buyer profiles in the suggested video, but we look at all the properties that the client looked at on our site, analyze those, and come up with a buyer profile. And then we'll set up an automated campaign, Gateway campaign, based around those criteria. Automatic Gateway campaigns get set up on the 3rd day after the lead registers on our site. If you set up a custom Gateway campaign, the system will not automatically create a campaign for the prospect. That's important. If you set up a campaign for a client or a prospect, a Gateway campaign, the system will not automatically generate one on top of that. If you set up a campaign, the system will not automatically pause any system-created Gateway campaign already in place. Once you know that the client, what they're looking for or what they want, you can simply go in and modify the one that the Gateway campaign that the system set up for you. So, or you can pause it and create a whole new one. We'll talk about that more and when we go through the actual example of creating a Gateway campaign in a different video. You can find the Gateway management tools. It's down here on the action page next to the Auto Suggest tab, and there's a Gateway tab. You will see that this also has either a red or green dot associated with it. A green dot means that Gateway is eligible to run, If we find properties, we'll send them out. If it's a red dot, it means that Gateway is not running for some reason. Either we don't have enough properties to set up a Gateway campaign for the client, or the client has unsubscribed, which obviously they have the ability to do from these emails, or their email provider has bounced or held the emails that we're sending. If you see the word bounce or held in this area, there's nothing we can do about it. It's all based on the client or prospect's email provider. They're the ones in charge of that. You can pause all Gateway campaigns on a mobile device. There's certain things you can do on a mobile device that you can't do on a mobile device that you can do on the desktop. Number one is you can't unpause campaigns from a mobile device. So you can pause them, but you can't turn them back on from a mobile device. You cannot set up a new campaign or modify an existing campaign from your mobile device. I think when we watch the next video on the example of setting one of these campaigns up, you'll understand why it's not available on a mobile device. You can also not view the sent and viewed history on a mobile device. On a desktop, you'll be able to see a list of all the properties that we have sent with these emails, and if the client or prospect actually clicked on one of those emails contained, or clicked on one of the properties contained in the email. You need to understand the difference between Gateway and Automated Suggest. Automated Suggested Properties sends up to 10 properties that most closely match the prospect's system buyer profile. Time on the market is not a factor for these properties. Gateway send newly listed properties only that match the criteria you specified when setting up a Gateway campaign, or the criteria specified in the system generated profile. Time on the market is a factor. Gateway only sends new properties when they hit the market. You can view the Automated Suggested Property video for more information. You can also view the Creating a Gateway Campaign video for more information. That's where we'll actually go through the steps of creating a Gateway campaign for one of your prospects. That's all we have on the Gateway property emails for now. So if you have any questions, please talk to your manager. Have a nice day.